Well, there are still 2 concerts left in the 2017-2018 season with the Izzy Asper Jazz Performance Series. But it's the time of year where they announce the new season, 2018-2019. So before we talk about the last couple concerts of the season, we invited the producer of the series, Bev Aronovitch, in to talk about the new season. Good morning, Bev.
Good morning, Michael.
Thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's our pleasure to have you here. We're going to talk some jazz. I'm very excited about that. So it's all ready to go. It's all ready to announce. Now, have you announced this at the concert season yet?
No.
No. So the next concert coming up on the weekend, you're going to announce it there.
Yes. Well, we've announced it in terms of the brochure has gone out.
Okay.
But no, we haven't announced it on stage yet. So.
Okay. Well, on stage here.
Yeah.
Here we have it. So the season starts in September, correct?
Yes.
Season starts September 15th and September 16th. Now, you take the summer off, a much needed break from all the jazz and all the organization, and you're starting in September with kind of a legendary. Now, he's not that old yet, but I would consider him legendary in terms of piano status. Not a lot of people. He's not a household name, not like an Oscar Peterson or an Oliver Jones or anything, but this guy is phenomenal. I've seen him play before. He was here in Winnipeg, going to say a dozen years or so ago, or more, a dozen years, and he was amazing. Name?
Marcus Roberts.
Marcus Roberts.
Yes, the great Marcus Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
We're very excited that we've been able to get him here. I think he at age 21, Wynton Marsalis plucked him out of the pile of emerging brilliant musicians and pianists, and he's been sort of under Wynton Marsalis's wing in terms of his career growth. And he was actually eventually became leader of the Lincoln Center Jazz Orchestra. I think that his career, because he is a phenomenal pianist, but I think his career has tended to be more restricted because he is blind. So his mobility, obviously, he travels with somebody else. He travels with a person with him. Mm-hmm. And he also is a great teacher, and he teaches at one of the best colleges in the U.S. at Florida State University, and records a lot as well. So he may not be out on the road as much as you would expect from somebody of his ability, but he's an amazing pianist, and he's an icon for sure.
Yeah, one thing I've always liked about him is that he reminds me a lot of, I'm not surprised that Wynton Marsalis plucked him out, because they kind of have a similar philosophy about jazz, that they have one foot steeped in the past, right? This guy, Marcus Roberts, can do the Ellington, the Jelly Roll Morton,
he can do
all that style of stuff, but then he's also got an ear to the future, and he's a great, great improviser. I mean, he can start playing, a classic tune by like Fats Waller or Jelly Roll Morton or one of those guys, and then he takes it and makes it his own.
Right.
Which is
technique that's unbelievable as well.
Yes, he does remind me a bit of like an Oscar Peterson or one of those guys, because he's fast, but he's just got a beautiful touch on the piano. And
he's got Jason Marsalis, one of the Marsalis family, on drums with him, with his group. So
he's bringing a trio.
He's bringing a trio. Yeah, so that's very exciting to finally get him here.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I've had him on my radar for many years, and the stars were in the right place this year.
That's exciting. Great way to start it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the people that go to your series like that straight ahead fun stuff as well, and that's a perfect way to start it out.
It is. We always try to program that kind of act, somewhere in our season.
Well, there you go, starting out with it in September. Then you go from somebody like him to this amazing new vocalist. Her name's Jasmiyah Horn.
Just her name.
Jasmiyah Horn, I know. And again, not necessarily a household name, but Jasmiyah Horn is just lighting up the jazz scene right now. What is she? A couple of years ago, she won the Thelonious Monk vocal competition.
Yes, and the Sarah Vaughan International Competition, and she's the new up and coming star on the vocal scene. And we always try to grab these people before they get out of our range, and that's going to be soon with her, because I heard her walking. I was going for a walk listening to Amazon or whatever, and I heard this vocalist on my iPod, and I thought, oh my God, this woman is phenomenal. So I researched her, and yes.
And got her. Well, she was nominated for a Grammy last year.
Yes.
For Best Jazz Vocal Album.
Yes.
Nominated for a Grammy.
Yes, and I'm sure she's.
So she's a rising star.
Yeah, she's going to be out there big time.
And she's bringing a quintet with her. And then just before the break, you guys take the winter off. It's funny. We every once in a while, people who don't know, I know Bev kind of outside of here as well. Every once in a while, we get together and we just kind of throw names around. And I recently was talking to her, and I mentioned a couple names. One of them was Jasmiyah Horn, and guess what? She was announced. And this next guy was also on my list of people that have to come back to Winnipeg. He was here a few years ago, and I saw him perform, and I was just awestruck. I don't often. I'm kind of a reserved, shy guy sometimes when I get off the mic, but when I was at his show, I just found myself screaming. I was whooping and hollering at this guy's amazing ability. He's another blind artist as well. We started out with Marcus Roberts, who's been blind. This next artist has been blind, I think, since birth as well. Raul Midon. Again, Raul Midon is just a powerhouse. So he's going to be sort of wrapping things up before things get cold for the winter.
Yes. Well, he's, again, when I listened to him online, I was what do you call it? Not fishing, but when you put out a net, I was researching artists, and I came upon him, and I listened to him, and I was just absolutely fell in love with him.
Yeah.
His style is so unique and so powerful, so emotional, so brilliant. His guitar technique is brilliant. His creativity is unbelievable, and he just touches your soul. He's so passionate, alive, and dynamic, and the audience is going to love him.
Yeah, dynamic is a good word. Raul Midon.
And he's bringing his band. He never does that. He usually performs solo. But I convinced them that we wanted a trio. And so I'm thrilled about that.
Well, he's typically a one-man band. Because
he's a one-man band.
He is,
right.
and I really mean that, because and I don't know how he does it, but at the same time as he's strumming on guitar, he's chording, he's doing chords, he's picking on the guitar, he's also playing percussion on the guitar and singing at the same time. But on top of that, he does these mouth instruments.
I know.
He plays the trumpet, he does like the Mills Brothers used to do. He plays the trumpet with his mouth.
Right.
And my God, it sounds exactly like a trumpet.
Yeah, like he can carry the whole show for no problem.
He's a powerhouse.
Yeah, so we could have had him as a solo artist, but I thought, no, I want his whole band.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing to mention about him is he used to sing before he started going out on his own. He was a backup singer for the likes of Shakira and Enrique Iglesias and other pop stars on the scene as well. And then he just decided, I got to do it. He's got this music flowing through me, and it's in my blood. I got to get out and do it on my own. I can just imagine him just standing back there singing, and he just probably was just dying to get on the guitar and do his own thing. So that's a show.
He's really unique. So that I'm so excited about that.
Yeah,
show.
So am I. So you hit 2 on my list. Well done.
Right.
So after I wanted to mention again, Bev Aronovitch is the producer of the Izzy Asper Jazz series. We're here talking about the 2018-2019 season. Marcus Roberts, Jasmiyah Horn, Raul Midon, and then they fly away for the winter and return. Now, this is the 20th anniversary of the Izzy Asper Jazz Concert Series, so that's really exciting. They've become one of the best little series here in town, and not to be missed. The theater's amazing at Radio JCC. There's not a bad seat in the house. Plenty of parking, which is always key.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that at all. You just park there, walk across the street.
It's becoming very congested downtown, I know. So, yes, it's great to have the parking there.
Free parking.
Yeah.
Free parking on top of that. So you guys, get back to the series in April. you're celebrating your 20th anniversary concert with
Amazing, isn't it?
the Vanguard.
20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we decided to go all out for the 20th anniversary. And all out means that we're bringing North America's leading full big band direct from New York City, from the Village Vanguard Club. They perform every week there. And they've been doing that for 6 decades. Some of these band members have been there for 6 decades. They're that seasoned, this band. They've been together for a long time. So it's the Village Vanguard Jazz Orchestra, 16-member, phenomenal musicians, every one of them in their own right. Many of them are soloists.
Yeah.
And it was the Thad Jones Mel Lewis band before they changed the name when they did this residency at the Village Vanguard. So they've never been to, this is their unique performance coming to Canada. They don't travel very much.
Yeah, big bands don't travel.
They don't need to. So we were just thrilled to be able to bring them to Winnipeg. And it's really a unique opportunity for us. We've never presented a big band.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen dozens of shows over there, and it's typically probably quintet or sextet, or you don't get much larger than that. It's not a huge stage.
Right.
It's a reasonable sized stage. So to get all these guys on the stage at one time is it's going to blow the roof off the place.
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way, because they do, their repertoire is huge.
Yeah.
And they will do their hits from the past. And it's going to be so exciting. And I know all the band directors in town are excited about it. All the band students in town are excited about it. And they probably will be doing a lot of educating too, a lot of master classes and working with young people. And so it's going to be a whole experience,
celebration.
And of course we'll do some sort of 20th anniversary gala celebration around it, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's going to wrap up with a fun work as well. Cannonball Adderley's version of Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, Derek brought this to me, and excuse me. And initially I was like, what? And then he played me the recording of this, and it is fantastic. Well, Cannonball Adderley's arrangements of these tunes, first of all, the tunes are brilliant. So, I mean, starting off with brilliant, Fiddler on the Roof tunes, but they're transformed into these jazz tunes that are just swinging and great. So Derek is putting together a band made up of Winnipeg's finest and some New York hot shots, and he and John Gordon from the university are doing the arrangements, and it's going to be a great time. People are going to love it because they'll be able to sort of recognize the tunes and sort of sing along in their head, but in a different clothed in different clothing. So it'll be great. It'll be really
that wraps
fun.
up the season in May. I wanted to mention as well that Derek was supposed to be here this morning. Derek is the artistic advisor for the Izzy Asper Jazz Performance Series, but he's also got his a regular gig where he teaches at University of Manitoba, and he had to be there to judge for one of the judging for the students who's graduating. So again, Derek was supposed to be here, but Bev, thanks for coming by.
My pleasure.
Really, it's exciting. I'm so excited about the next season.
Me too. Putting it together was just, I had the best time putting it together because it just fell into place, and all the things I wanted to do were possible. So.
Yep. And they'll be putting the new season up on their website shortly, izzyasperjazz.com. But in the meantime, we just have a brief second left. There's 2 concerts left in this season coming up on Saturday and Sunday, April 21st and 22nd. You got the Masters of Swing, the Clayton Brothers Quintet. You've been hearing the ads on our station here. So there's still a few tickets left, not a lot, but go to izzyasperjazz.com, and then they're wrapping up their season on May 12th. with the super hot jazz, the Hot Sardines.
Yeah, the Sardines.
They're,
I think the Saturday evening show, I think, is sold out.
Saturday's sold out.
And the afternoon is selling out. So if I were you and you listen to this group, they're phenomenal. And they're just coming off a Vancouver Symphony appearance and a Kerner Hall appearance in Toronto. So get your tickets right now.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. And I'll play some of their music in 1 second. I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by this morning.
Pleasure.
Have fun for the last couple of shows and the next season as well. I'll definitely see you there.
Yeah.
Been in conversation with Bev Aronovitch, the producer of the Izzy Asper Jazz Performance Series. We were just talking about their brand new season, all 5 shows coming up starting in September. But again, they've got 2 shows left for this year. Next weekend, or this weekend coming up with the Clayton Brothers. Then they wrap things up the May 12th with the Hot Sardines.